to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcast are back talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. It is I, the new leader of the G-Funk era, Brian. We've got Whiteboard Joe here as well. And one other guy, he can do what he wants to do. It's his prerogative. Jason is here as well. Guys, we survived SummerSlam. Wow, that's all the time we have. It's not going to get any better than that.
Right, Ted? We out of here.
That was,
wow.
That is a great intro. Maybe
Brian,
the best, like the 140 shows we've ever done. That was probably the best.
You've been in your basement writing this down for I'm picturing you with
Whiteboards
everywhere, whiteboards everywhere, going no, we got to do this and this. Bravo.
Yeah.
If only you ended it with Orange Cassidy sucks.
As always, yeah. I had one. Kevin can join us tonight, but it was going to be I didn't cry, Brett. Kevin is here as well.
Wow.
There's some debate about that, but
it looked close.
It was close.
It was close.
It was.
He literally looked in the camera. He's like, "Hold on."
Yep.
I'm holding.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, you can check out the vlog on our socials. The four of us, white guys, ended up in a karaoke bar at 1 a.m. in downtown Detroit, where
hell yeah.
We were the only white guys and white people in that bar. So you can check out karaoke. You can check out WrestleCon, where Brian got his one comeuppance for the 4th of July faux pas. It was all his doing.
Thank you for making that clear.
I corrected that.
Yes.
And then Kevin got to meet Bret the Hitman Hart, and it was cool. We all give each other a hard time from some. Well, okay, so I give Joe a hard time all the time, but it was cool to have that nice moment of Kevin nearly breaking down. I think the only thing that could have made it better is if his son was with him. I think that would have been a cool moment.
Well, yeah, then the tears would have been nonstop.
Yeah, I think he would have shed a few tears with a tear in his eye. It would have been the greatest moment in his life.
Maybe in a few years when Brett's old enough to appreciate it, I think that would be a great cherry on top for that moment, is have them both meet him. So maybe SummerSlam 2032.
When Bret can be our DD.
Yes.
No Ubers. We got
14 years from now.
Yes.
It's like my buddy who I ran into at SummerSlam. He's like, "Oh, I haven't seen the son in a while." It's like, he just turned 16 last week, so he's driving us home.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
SummerSlam's in the books.
It is, yeah. And let's start that off, Jay. You got to do the vlog, so you've probably saw more footage that maybe I couldn't remember all and everything that made the video, but just just any other takeaways just from the weekend experience, not show specific per se, but just, being in Detroit from Friday till Sunday morning and anything like that.
The one thing, there was actually several things. One thing that I would like to suggest for the next time, whenever that might be for the four of us, I think the four of us need to be around each other the whole weekend. I feel like we would have had a lot more content if we would have all hung out Friday night, whether that was us at GCW or us at the rooftop bar or us at the hotel, or, you know what I mean? It was very, that night you guys took off, and then me and Joe literally went back to the hotel. We watched SmackDown, and then we both crashed at 10, So that was the first thing. We got a very hilarious comment on the video. I don't know. I hope I didn't delete it.
It wasn't on the YouTube comments, was it?
Yeah,
I saw one on there.
It was on the vlog, and it says, "Absolutely the best event recap in sports media. Hashtag WWE plus karaoke." So Chicago Boy 61, who I think we had beef at one time. Chicago Boy 61.
I think you did.
I think so.
Well, you've had beef with almost everyone in the TWP universe.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, but as far as the vlog itself, this was the first time I had done this with one screen. So that made it very hard. I did on my laptop. I'll be moving into my my estate here in the next couple weeks, or this weekend. Actually, I'm moving into my estate. I'll be off the show next week, but then 2 weeks from tonight or Friday, if you're listening, I should be back full time every week, barring a few Thursday night events with my new job that will prevent me from being here. But it's always good to hang with the four of us. It's only the third time since we've been doing this podcast that we've been in one spot. Whether or not WrestleMania is the next one, I as of today, I'm not intending on going to WrestleMania. But I know Kevin is pretty pumped to go, and if you two decide you're going to do it, maybe then I'll decide to tag along.
I told you at SummerSlam when they announced the date, I can go this year.
Oh, that's right, you can go. So
I can go
you're off the Monday.
Because
But does that mean you're going to go?
That's like there's a better chance for it, because normally spring break ends the day after WrestleMania and it's all hands on deck. No teachers are allowed to take the day off. Well, the thing is, spring break ends the week before WrestleMania. So the next week, no one cares.
Oh, so you could take it off.
I could take that Monday off with no consequences. Yes. When they showed the video, when they showed the commercial at SummerSlam, I was sitting right next to it, and I'm like, I could go. And I was so excited.
And Brian, will you have to negotiate to get to go to WrestleMania this year?
Guys,
I don't negotiate with terrorists. She's not watching.
Let's leave it at that.
She's not watching. Because we know she doesn't watch, because when Kevin made that joke about too many wrestling shirts, she has not seen it yet.
That was a moment that watching the vlog back went, ooh, I forgot about that part. Okay. You guys got me good on that one.
And then one final thought, Joe.
Yeah.
We've had our issues. I gotta say, I'm still touched that you have my photos up in your studio, but you are a stand-up guy. At SummerSlam, I went to get beers, and you're only allowed to get two. So Brian passed me walking up the steps, so I gave him one. And then I went to give you yours, and you said, I will not take that last beer. That is your beer. That was pretty cool.
Well, you got them. Why would I take the one that you got? That was jerk move. And I know Brian doesn't remember that, so we will just keep on talking. Well, Brian got the first one, so okay, yeah, no problem. That's something I would do for anyone. It's like I didn't know that they had a 2-beer limit, but it's been so long since I've been to a big event like that where it's like the beers were flowing, which they were on Saturday, but everywhere all day. But whatever.
But God, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, just I wanted to get Joe's any other takeaway thoughts from the weekend.
Oh, from the weekend?
Yeah, of course.
It's been a while because I moved down to the Detroit area like 22 years ago. And I don't make it back down there as much as I would like to. So it's been like a really long time since I've seen the downtown area. I am I've overwhelmed at how much that city has grown in a positive light. I'm glad everything was built up. Walking down Woodward was kind of reminding me of walking down Michigan Avenue in Chicago, smaller, but Magnificent Mile, smaller, but still the shops and the positive vibe. Restaurants were thriving. The people were awesome. No matter where you went,
tell the story about that kid in the car.
I'm going to.
Okay.
We're walking back to the hotel, which is was about a mile away from Ford Field. So walking back, just going down the road, and all of a sudden we hear a 10-year-old's voice going, L-A, nice. And we just go, yeah. And then Jason's like, could you do it? Because he wanted to tape it.
I wanted to film it.
He wanted to film it, but it didn't happen. But the positive environment in the Detroit area, I think that whoever's been running that city has done an outstanding job for big events. And I look forward to the next one.
Is Kwame Brown still the mayor there?
I No, Kwame Kilpatrick. And no.
Oh, same thing. Same thing.
Kwame Brown was the Bucks' first pick from Jordan's Wizards.
Oh my!
Who did play a year on the Pistons
and Lakers.
Oh, Pistons legend.
But yeah, that was my takeaway of the weekend. Was just like seeing like walking down Lockhart Plaza, like checking out the Detroit River, walking down that area.
Yeah, that's nice area. Yeah,
it reminded me so much of a smaller Chicago.
Okay, yeah, that's
in
cool.
a good way.
Right on the water. Chicago's right on the lake there. And Jason, I don't know if you got to hear Cheap Heat on Tuesday, but Rosenberg was kind of the opposite of Joe. He said Detroit. Ooh, I don't know. So there's some places there like. Yeah, Cleveland, rough.
Cleveland and Jace.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I love you, sweet Pete," but you said that, Joe.
It's probably because he didn't grow up here, so he hasn't seen that area in the worst of the worst. Like,
can somebody hit me with the breaking news? Awful. Can I get a breaking news? Kwame Kilpatrick resigned as mayor in September of 2008 of Detroit.
Breaking news.
After being convicted of perjury and obstruction of justice, he was sentenced to 4 months in jail and was released on probation after serving 99 days. So,
we're known for
alive.
he is. We're known for our graphics on our show with the amazing.
There's more.
No,
there's more. There is so much more. May 2010, Kilpatrick was sentenced to 18 months to 5 years in state prison for violating probation.
There it is.
Served time at Oaks Correction Facility, Northwest Michigan. In March of 2013, he was convicted on 24 federal felony counts, including mail fraud, wire fraud, racketeering. And in October 2013, Kilpatrick was sentenced to 28 years in federal prison and was incarcerated at the Federal Correctional Institution in El Reno, Oklahoma. In January 2021, President Donald Trump and WWE Hall of Famer, the whole ties together to wrestling.
Oh, okay. We got that.
Commuted his sentence.
Okay. Yes, that sounds about right. Joe, I don't know if you remember, my favorite Kwame moment was when the Wings won the Stanley Cup. And he was like being charged with all these things, and he spoke at the parade. And you remember what he said to the crowd there? The beer's on me.
This is how we do it.
I think everybody's still waiting for their free beer from Kwame if they were down at the Red Wings parade.
It's my prerogative. Is that what he said?
That's how he lived his life.
Right, like, Ted?
Then tell me why.
He's like,
can I live my life?
Don't trust a big butt and a smile. Was that also on the?
No, that was poison. Wow.
Was there anything else, Joe? I'm glad you're propping up Detroit like you did. That's great.
No, I was as someone who's seen it at the lowest of lows, to see it built up like that. It was good to see as a Detroit. Yeah. I was happy about it.
For me, I was kind of the de facto host in that sense of that I'm closest to downtown Detroit. So there was a lot of, what about this place and what about that place and where do we go here and those sort of things. So I thought logistically all those things worked out really well. So, I was happy about that to make sure that we all had a good time. And Jay, you said it. Yeah, the Sergeant Slaughter thing. That's just, in the moment, it was so fun. I wasn't really nervous at all. And then I think about it afterward of like, damn, I used to watch him on G.I. Joe cartoons when I was probably 5 years old. And I just did the silly ass bit for my wrestling podcast.
For that wrestling. Again, you said the name wrong. It's that.
I know. Podcast. I had the shirt on though. At least.
I know you did. I
covered my ass for any sort of mistakes I could make in speaking with him. So yeah, so that was hilarious. Sarge was a great sport.
Yeah.
And you got your gold coin.
I got my gold coin. Fiona, my daughter, asked if it was a chocolate coin. I don't think it is. So we're not going to test that out. But yeah, that was really cool. And obviously just, hanging with all you guys. Karaoke turned out to be a big success after some it wasn't Nashville karaoke. It was a different scene. We were in this upper level that was dark as hell, only a dozen people maybe.
Yeah, like 10 people were there.
Yeah. So it was
not
like
counting us.
what's going to happen here, and we just bite the bullet.
And since I was the last singer, I was the headline, the main event.
You were the headline.
Main event, Jay.
I was the opening act.
I was the main event. I finished that shit off.
That's right. I
closed it down.
So that was all, really, really good stuff.
Call. Yeah, it was fun.
Well, we can actually get into the wrestling night of SummerSlam, if you will. And I thought, we can elaborate on things if you want, but I saw the WWE Twitter X, whatever it's called now. I thought this was fun. They did a quick SummerSlam survey that they put out the night after, with just some quick things. And again, feel free, guys, if you want to elaborate this, but I thought we all go one at a time, giving your whole survey. And again, just kind of speaking how you want to speak on things. If I may begin, the category of match of the night. And there's a couple I'd consider. I will still go with Seth and Finn. I thought that was fantastic. My OMG moment, we'll go with the EO cash-in and successful cash-in. Best entrance, Roman Reigns. It's still going, but it's amazing. The music, everything about it is epic. Best feel-good moment. There's a couple on here, but I'll go with Cody and Brock shaking hands. Didn't think that was going to happen. It was really cool that it did. Coolest look. Charlotte. I don't know, with the red. Something about the red when she came out and got into the ring. I was glued to that. I was like, that's the star right there. So I'll go with that. And greatest performer, I will go with Gunther. Him and Drew. I did get to watch that one back. That was the last match I've rewatched. So I still got another like half the card to go. And I liked that more watching it. I think just, the impact of the chops are just going to be better when you see it on the TV. And we had amazing seats. So that's not knocking you, Jay, please. They were fucking great. But yeah, just the way that is, it's just closer in the action. So he'll get my vote for greatest performer.
Let me speak on this. Match of the night, Seth and Finn. Oh my God moment. Logan Paul harassing Samantha Irvin to say his name again. That was cool. Best entrance was me and Ken, because seeing Ken's face as we kept getting closer to the front.
That's good.
Best feel-good moment, me singing My Prerogative.
Wow.
Coolest look, I think the WrestleFest shirt that I was wearing, it gets a lot of love. So, I am the coolest look, and the greatest performer. We'll go with Roman Reigns because he is the tribal chief. And needless to say, it's my prerogative to do what I want to do and say what I want to say. Don't get me wrong.
Live your life,
Joe.
brother. Live your life.
Okay.
On to you, Joseph. Yes.
Okay. How can I make this all about me? No, I'm just kidding.
What was the match of the night that you were
match of the night? I had to rewatch the two. And after rewatching them, match of the night was Logan Paul and Ricochet.
That was who you said at the beginning of the end of the night, too.
Conflicted, being there live, Seth and Finn, but the story the announcing team told for both of them, and Michael Cole just getting so ticked off over the great match, terrible ending, and hearing Ricochet have
he was hilarious,
and hearing Ricochet actually have some personality going I wanted you to kick out to Logan Paul. Those are things that we didn't get to hear. So I felt like that was and the crazy crap that those two did. So match of the night, Logan Paul, Ricochet.
Well, we couldn't hear it because of those dumb kids yelling behind us.
Oh, those kids were awesome. Okay, so what was the next one? The best entrance?
You just pulled an MJF there. That was good.
Right. Throw a dodgeball at him. The best entrance was Cody.
Okay.
Best entrance was Cody. He had the biggest pop of the night too. So I'm going to call him the performer of the night as well.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go with the OMG moment. This is tough, but I got to say, I was really surprised. The OMG moment was basically Logan Paul saying like getting the announcement again. Like I was such a big fan, like rewatching it. I am such a big fan of Logan Paul right now and Ricochet. I want those two to have another match somewhere in
I'd
the
love that
future.
too. Yeah.
They are so good together. And he's only had what, 10 matches? Logan Paul,
Not
less than 10.
even.
Less than 10
that's probably
matches, and he's
6 or
that
so.
good.
Yeah.
So again, OMG moment would basically be everything those two did in the match. And what was the last one that you said?
There's coolest look and greatest performer. I don't think you said.
Oh, I said greatest performer was
It was Cody. Yeah, you did say
Cody.
that. So coolest look.
The coolest look.
Those dopes with all the belts at the Superstore.
Yeah, the coolest look was me and my terrorizing shirt, which got
did get some compliments.
That got way more compliments than any of your shirts at SummerSlam this year. Okay. Just getting stopped, going like one guy saying, "I thought that was Ric Flair. Where'd you get that?"
Yes, I remember that.
I'm like, "Yep, I got stopped a lot with that shirt." And my friend of mine I ran into there, he was like, "Well, why are you wearing that? Only 10 people here are gonna know it." More than 10 came up to me. So the greatest look was me, not WrestleFest.
The fuck out of here with that.
What do we think about everything that we experienced on Friday, during the day Saturday, and in Ford Field about LA Knight?
It's cool. SmackDown, the promo felt forced. I did predict that he'd be in a commercial. I didn't know it was going to run immediately after he won the Battle Royal. And then, of course, what we got on Raw. So, like, yeah, it's good. It might be time. And, you know, Miz is one of those guys that, you know, you got somebody new coming up. They're going to go through the Miz first to make sure that they have staying power. And I think that's where we're at right now. With Payback a couple weeks away, I think we get Miz and LA Knight at Payback.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, it was everywhere. It was inescapable.
Well, also the fourth in our party who's not here was starting it a lot too.
Well, he did that on the water walk too. We and Joe are like, "Yep, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it." And he did it.
There's a guy 500 yards away. We're getting closer to him. He's gonna do it.
Yeah. He had that guy on the shirt had the shirt on there, and so yeah, you had to do it there. Yeah,
he didn't have the biggest pop of the night though. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with Cody on that. I guess.
I think Cody is the star of
it was
the
right
show.
there. It was right there. In my opinion, I think too. I didn't get to watch yet the press conference that they did right after SummerSlam, but what I read in a transcript was, because that commercial ran right after the Battle Royal, that he alluded to being able to time travel to do that commercial and then win the Battle Royal. So I'll have to pull that up and see if that is accurate or not. Anything else, guys? The only other thing I can say about SummerSlam, and this is, you know, I'm going to fall this into, I've thought about it a couple different ways, but I'm going to fall into the let's let it play out category, is the Jimmy Uso turn. It on one hand, it's not surprising because what else do you do to keep the story going? On the other hand, it's like, you know, you're the guy who didn't want him to, you wanted to kick him out of the bloodline, and that's your brother. And again,
you're the one who started this.
Yeah, you started this, bro. It's one of, I think for me, let's see what happens Friday. Let's see what the explanation was. But in the moment, I was definitely like, oh, fuck.
An early prediction is we get a match at Survivor Series. We get the rematch at Royal Rumble. And then we get the trilogy at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to do these matches on the small cards. A lot of reports are saying that they're going to hold off the match until WrestleMania. I don't know how you do that. 9 months. I don't understand how you do that. But, yeah, it's...
well, if Roman's going to be off the whole time, it's easy to do.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's... I had something else I was going to say, too, but...
Sorry.
Again, way to go, Joe. Fucking up my flow.
Getting NWO like.
No way. Way.
Give it to us, brother.
I said like. I didn't say it's the NWO storyline that it never had an ending. It was it went on for 3 years and never
Right.
ended. And they just basically just all broke up without like any explanation because, Russo. I think they're just doing turns just to do it. That's why I'm saying like it's getting NWO like how many times were there turns going on within the faction where it didn't make any sense? It was just or bringing someone in just to bring them in. Heyman said something this week about it's the bottom of the third inning when it comes to this bloodline storyline.
That's
If
awesome.
it is, this is a really long game. Because if this is the bottom of the third inning, that means we got 6 more years of this storyline.
Love it.
Because it's been 3 years and we've had a lot of differences that went on with it. But I think they got to wrap this up now. I think it was going so well, but now it's turning into, sorry, Jason, this is going to be another dig on one of your favorite franchises. It's turning into Fast and the Furious. It's ridiculous. It's gonna start. I don't want it to get ridiculous.
I don't know if Jason's frozen or he's legitimately frozen.
Stop at Fast.
It's one of the two.
Let's stop at Furious 7 and not have them take a Fiero to outer space.
Well, one last prediction. Where is SummerSlam next summer?
It's a good question. I was trying to think about that.
Because Kevin and I have our fourth year in a row streak we have to maintain.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys it'll be your third year in a row. Where do we think it's going to be?
Okay, so we've had football stadiums 2 years in a row, and I think it'll be another football stadium. The Mania's in Philly, so I think that would knock out East Coast. Yeah, Tennessee last year, so that's kind of south. So
I think it's going to be East Coast.
If Survivor Series is in Chicago,
I'm
gonna go.
This is a great question. I love this shit.
I'm
maybe like
go,
Denver. I don't know.
Mile High.
Denver?
I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
So,
okay.
Minnesota's rumored for maybe the following Mania. So
maybe this is the
maybe it's a SummerSlam instead. I don't know. Yeah, that's not. You're in the same wavelength. I was like, go west is where I was thinking.
I mean, they could do Phoenix. They could do Vegas again.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think I'll go with Minnesota because that way you bring Brock back, you bring Gable back as the IC champ after a year because he's going to beat Gunther. He's the guy.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, so we can move on because
I'm
gonna go New York. I'm gonna go MetLife. I think they're going back to I'm going back to New York.
Mania and Philly, and then an hour up the road for SummerSlam. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see.
Try again. Nope.
All right. So
it's not gonna be anywhere too hot.
Well, but
it's the biggest party of the summer.
Nashville was hot.
Vegas was hot.
Yeah. And you could do Phoenix, like you said, Jay, because it's a dome. So
I mean, maybe they go back to LA.
Yeah, they could.
SoFi, they do it at Staples Center.
Maybe they do it back to back Ford Field since it was the largest gate ever.
It
Most money
it
ever
broke
made.
all kinds of SummerSlam records and all that stuff. Except for Mania, all those things. So job well done, SummerSlam. Great times were had by all.
Boston, Gillette Stadium.
Okay, I could buy that. That's far enough away from Philly that I could buy that.
I'm gonna say Boston.
All right.
Actually, I'm hoping Boston because I want to go to Boston.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Maybe
I've been there already.
Me and Jay will tour the Fleet Center and see if we can do some what's that piano bar shit. So. That's
Max Ivory's.
Jake Ivory. His brother Max opened up now.
Well, we got to find a karaoke. We're gonna have to find a karaoke bar in Boston.
Yeah, that's the one rule we have to do.
And we all have to sing More Than a Feeling.
Only the Boston hits. Yeah,
only the Boston hits. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. New Kids on the Block.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think. What other Boston bands are there?
Mighty Mighty
Aerosmith.
Boss Tones. Yeah, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Godsmack is Massachusetts. That'll
Or-
count.
Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah.
Or the band Boston.
The band
I already
Boston.
said them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
Dropkick
All right.
Murphys.
Yep.
Journey.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
Chicago.
you're on your phone because it's in front of your camera.
Yeah. It's so smooth. Like I said about our graphics, they're always
Tesla.
top notch. Tesla's from Boston, huh?
I don't know.
Okay.
Welcome to the jungle. I don't
All
know.
right.
That's Guns N' Roses,
That's
idiot.
Simon's band. Well, get Simon on the line.
Despacito.
He can confirm or deny where they are from. All right. On that note, Monday Night Raw and related things, because first off on my notes, the goddamn women tag titles are cursed. What the fuck? Sonya Deville, torn ACL. Even when we think it's going to go well, it ends up in disaster. But Jay, you saw something they're doing online, which maybe there's a little glimmer of redemption on this.
Well, you know what's funny is I thought it was going to be Chelsea Green breaking her arm again.
Yes,
Yeah, so you were wrong.
Tradition would have held.
Yeah, so Chelsea's doing a Chelsea's Got talent search for her tag team partner. It's on Twitter, hashtag Chelsea's Got Talent. You can check out some of the videos and the submissions. I don't know if they're going to bring like a big name in to be her partner, or maybe someone from NXT, or maybe they just burn the belts.
Yeah, I think burn them. Burn them and make new ones, but burn these ones.
Is there any chance this is all a work?
No,
No.
because it was on TMZ.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's how it broke. It was on TMZ.
I mean, seriously, like this would be the greatest storyline next to the Bloodline ever if every woman's tag title gets hurt. Time.
I meant to look this up before tonight. That I wanted to look at the history of the tag titles and see like every single one, how it ended with an injury or when Sasha and Naomi walked out. Like I wanted to look that up. So
I think it's been ever since those two walked out. It's been
next week.
Cursed.
It might have been
because beforehand they were just basically underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But when they walked out, that's when the curse happened. It's like the curse of the Bambino, curse of Bobby Lane. It's like when someone gets wronged, then there's some bad.
All right, I got it. So the first tag team was Bayley and Sasha.
Yep.
They held the titles from February 17, 2019 to April 7th, 2019, when they lost to the Iconics.
2 months.
The Iconics lost to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross on August 5th, 2019. So like a 4-month reign.
4 month.
Then the Kabuki Warriors won October 6, 2019. So that's what? September, 2 months.
Yeah.
Then, March 26, 2020, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross win again. And then May 26, 2020, Bayley and Sasha Banks win again. Then August 30th, 2020, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler win. Then Asuka and Charlotte Flair win December 20th, 2020.
4 or 5.
Then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler win on January 31st, 2021. Natalia and Tamina, May 14th, 2021. A little 4-month reign there. Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley win September 20th, 2021. Then Carmella and Queen Zelina win November 22nd, 2021. Then Naomi and Sasha Banks, April 3rd, 2022. Here we go. They were vacated on May 20th. Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez won on August 29th, 2022. Then on September 12th, 2022, which I believe is 2 weeks later, Damage Control wins.
That's right. Yep.
And Aaliyah hasn't been on TV since.
No.
That's when the curse started, was when Naomi and
the curse
Sasha
of Aaliyah?
No, it's the curse of Sasha and Naomi.
Got it.
So then Alexa Bliss and Asuka won October 31st, so that's another month and a half. Then literally a week later, Damage Control won the titles back and held the titles until February 27th when Becky Lynch and Lita won. Then Raquel and Liv, April 10th, 2 months. Vacated May 19th. Ronda and Shayna, May 29th. Raquel and Liv, July 1st. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville July 17th. And now we'll say August 1st or whatever, whatever day. So it might be a curse. It may be the greatest storyline next to the Bloodline. I'm going to go with the greatest storyline next to the Bloodline because I want to believe in kayfabe.
Jay, did you, and because I know Joe has, and I know you two, I presume you two would have polar opposite reactions to this. Did you hear who is rumored in the female division to be a returning superstar?
I can't wait. I hope it is Nia Jax. I hope it's Nia Jax.
Maybe that's your fill-in for with Chelsea.
Let her be the muscle for Chelsea Green's Karen character.
Yeah. Oh, Lacey Evans,
right? Got nothing going on right now. Okay. And if someone needs a personality change, get the rub from Chelsea, and when it comes to personality, Lacey Evans is the one to do it.
I would like to watch Lacey get the rub from Chelsea.
Yep, I set you up and you knocked it down.
Raw Underground. Here we go.
See, here's the thing: if Nia comes back, then all my all my venom has to be put back onto her, and then she who shall not be pinned is okay with me.
Right.
No holes barred.
Yeah, that's we remember that well from Nia. One of her legendary moments.
Yeah, I know you would.
That happens.
I remember the Royal Rumble and you're like, greatest return ever. I'm like, you're such a jerk.
And she was nowhere to be seen ever since.
Yeah, and they had a shirt up for her and everything. So
good.
It was very weird how that played out. But hey, we'll see. We'll see if she returns. Jay, you touched on it. Chad Gable had an outstanding win in the 4-way match on Raw in Minneapolis. He parades his son around, and this makes a lot of sense because of the whole 5-minute challenge that he survived with Gunther. That honestly, kind of overshadowed Drew challenging Gunther. Is like, I don't think Drew's going to take this. Would you have him beat Gunther?
Yes.
I think he absolutely could be the guy.
Yes. Small package.
Not at Payback. Gunther's got to beat the record.
It's not 32 where days. Does it fall? Yeah.
It will be before the honky.
It'll be like man. 2 or 3 days before.
Yeah. No.
I've looked up enough stuff. I'm done doing research.
No, I already know. No, it won't happen at Payback. It could happen later down the line, but maybe at a Fastlane, but not at Payback.
I'd love to see it though, because wouldn't that be a feather in the cap for Chad Gable?
Not when you're that close.
See, I think Gunther would still be fine, and then
he'll be fine no matter what. He can
bump up to like the main, the top of the card, and it makes Chad Gable. He's the guy who broke, Gunther's streak, I guess, and kept them from breaking the record. I don't know. I'd be okay with it. I really would. I didn't think Drew had his chance really, but I would give Chad Gable a better chance than I did Drew.
But Gunther just beat him clean.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah.
It will be a great match. It will be a great match no matter what. But no, it's Gunther's got to continue. He's got to beat the record, and then they can do whatever they want with it.
How about Jay, another thing you quickly touched on, Miz LA Knight, the promo battle. For me, I mean, that the best Miz is like the angry, how dare you, Miz? Because look what the fuck I've done. When he brings up those accolades, and it all goes back to when he did the whole thing with talking smack about like, I'm the man. Don't I can be a goofball like in the fans' eyes, but I've main evented Mania. I've done this, I've done that, and I love the comparison that he did of just like, you want to take away my hot wife, you want to take away this and this. That's when you get LA Knight. That was a great line. I love the back and forth. It was it drew me in.
It was a test. And I think LA Knight passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. He could have easily. That proved he wasn't a flash in the pan, fly by night or whatever, because Miz is outstanding on the mic. He has been for almost 20 years. But his comeback, And this is what Austin Theory did not do back in March against Cena. Austin Theory never stuck up for himself.
Right.
LA Knight did. He said, I love the line of, yeah, you got kicked out of the locker room. I wouldn't have been. When he said that, like, you took it.
You would
I
take
wouldn't
it.
have taken it. And that's why I wasn't here for the last 20 years. I'm like, okay. The only thing, he flubbed the whole your career in the toilet line, but
Yes,
that's
he
like
did.
that's neither here nor there because he made up for it. He didn't crumble under the spotlight. So good for him. I think it's a wait and see, and we're gonna see some good things.
It was interesting too. Did you catch where probably a couple guys in the front row were like chanting Miz, and he acknowledged it. He said like something to the effect of like to Miz, like, congratulations, you got a couple, something like that, when everybody else in the whole crowd was behind LA Knight. So yeah, that's obviously
because
off
this
the
is
cuff.
the Miz we all love, is the one that's like,
Yeah.
this passionate about like himself, his brand, and the
This
business.
is me. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. It's a great logical next step. We've been waiting. You guys know I've been I've been worried. This is fine. This is a good spot for LA Knight. We're fine. And then at the end of the night, after 6-man tag, Nakamura turns on Seth. So you're presuming we're getting Shinsuke and Seth in a feud. What's your excitement level on this one?
Here's what's funny. You guys know my situation right now. I actually did watch Raw live until the main event. I'm like, it's the main event. We know what's going to happen. Nope. Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope that, it's I hope it's more of a strong style match with Seth, and I hope we get to see it at Payback because the three of us will be there. But I did not see it coming, and I'm here for it because if you can shock me or surprise me, you got me.
Yeah, that's fair. Joe, did you see it coming at all?
Did not see it coming. I didn't even think Sammy was going to be coming back out there. I thought they were just going to go with it because it was like right after SummerSlam, and I thought the focus was going to be on Seth and Cody. So when Shin turned that quickly, I'm like, oh, they got me. And then I was like, it was like watching The Sixth Sense, going back, like all the background stuff of like, oh, I should have known it here, should have known it there. Like Shinsuke Nakamura even said, I'm sick and tired of people like, getting in my way of what I want to accomplish. He's been saying it for weeks. This heel turn's been in play for about 4 weeks now.
Well, the best part is Cody can tell Seth it was your fault because Seth is the one that let it happen and made him be the partner. Did anyone else see the tennis ball on Sami Zayn's elbow?
Oh yeah.
He'll be done for a while.
Yeah, I don't know what that means as far as like, is that a 1 month injury? Is that something you can kind of work through?
I think you have to drain it. I believe bursitis, you can drain it, but still, if this maybe all the tag belts will be up for maybe it'll be okay, here we go. This is how I'm going to book Payback. 2 simultaneous tag title tournaments, the men and the women. Let's make 8 teams each, and let's have a tournament, 2 tournaments in one night. Payback.
We're getting 2 tournaments in one night. Whoa. Hey now. All right. It's like King of the Ring on steroids from back in the day.
It's King and Queen of the Rings.
Yes.
Kings and Queens of the Ring in one night.
Okay. We'll put that we'll put a pin in that one and see if
brought to you by White Castle.
What? Why? What about? Because the Queen of the Ring.
Come on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's getting late here, folks. Getting late. Good job. Well, that is some good stuff all around. Quickly, AEW, they've announced their first matches for All In. MJF and Adam Cole. We got that. We got FTR and the Young Bucks in their, I guess, trilogy match. And we've got CM Punk and Samoa Joe. They also have a women's, it could be a 4-way thing that's happening. And we're getting Darby and Sting and Swerve and AR Fox.
I want to talk about that.
Feel free, buddy.
I had Dynamite on. I was doing some work, and I had Dynamite on. And the fact that the Mogul Embassy, whatever the fucks they're called, are so badass and a 75-year-old man causes them to run off. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't care if he has a bat. There's like 5 of them.
But he had a bat, and like the lights went off, and then he appeared, and he had the smile on his face, so it was kind of like Joker Sting too. I mean, come on.
But
Scary
Darby
stuff.
Allin, the biggest hit came from the security guard trying to jump over the railing and kick Darby Allin in the head as he was chasing Swerve. So, like, the fact that a 75-year-old Sting caused these 4 athletes in their prime to run off, I'd literally turn the TV off. I was done.
Wow.
More proof
Yeah.
of what Joe said. WWE's Broadway and AEW is Wednesday night improv. And I've added on to that at the Chuckle Hut.
Man.
Yes, it is.
I thought the Jericho Cruise was like looking for podcasts. You know, every week, bro, you're just killing our no, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. It's all good. We
By the
talked
way,
about this weekend.
Sting
like you're gonna
is
have a ball.
64 years old, not
Close
75
enough.
years old.
Same
Close
thing.
enough. Yes.
Same thing.
But in professional sports, he is 117 years old.
Yeah.
There was something else I tweeted about on AEW that like I gotta pull this up on the X.
Did Rob Van Dam look good, guys? How did he look?
I didn't watch it.
Did he look like he's probably 49, 50?
He was slow. He was slower.
Okay.
Well, I just watched him,
but he's in his 50s.
I just watched him at an Indiana ice rink like 2 months ago. The thing that pissed me off about another thing that annoyed me about AEW, they did the Penta's mask ripped off gimmick again.
Oh yeah, we've seen that more than once or twice or 5 times.
Come on, man.
Joe, any thoughts on the card?
For All In?
Yeah, the MJF, Cole, FTR, Bucks, Punk, and Joe, and the aforementioned Sting fun we mentioned.
Yeah, not really. I mean, all they care about is the ticket sales. They've already surpassed SummerSlam Wembley when the business
92.
wasn't as hot. Yeah, it was 92. And anyway, if the Broadway show went to Wembley, they would also sell it out as well. So let's be real. AEW is just like losing so much favor with me week in and week out, and I think it's just starting to lose favor with more than just 2/3 of this podcast right now. I'm seeing a lot of lower after show reviews. It's no longer the guaranteed 8.5. It's like this Wednesday's got a 6 on one of the websites I went to. I've never seen a AEW show get that low, and I gotta agree, it was very mid.
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam, love the guy. He's in great shape, but he wasn't the worst out there of the old guys. The Hardys did not look good at all. At all.
Jeff is still high from Harpo's,
and they were doing the same thing over and over and over, and they're like, we have to make this epic, so let's make it picture in picture a few times, and let's do a 15-minute match when it really only needed to be 3.
Didn't need it. Yeah, I for me the main thing is the MJF Cole stuff still entertains the hell out of me.
I did like the trampoline park. As someone who's
I've read about that. I'll have to look.
As someone who had to go to many field trips at trampoline parks, yep, that's basically what it is.
You didn't bang rats?
No, but I did throw dodgeballs at children. I did the same thing that he did. Not as bad. I wasn't saying MJF I'm your dad, but I didn't do that.
I banged your mom.
I banged your mom. I'm your dad, and he nails the dodgeball.
Yeah,
Brian, did you see the bit where he made fun of Roddy for being like a jealous girlfriend and told him to the Taylor Swift lines?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Shake it off, bro. Just shake it off. Yeah,
go cry in your Hello Kitty pillow and
shake it off.
Yeah. This has been fun. I enjoyed the cuts that he was throwing in the promo battle on Adam Cole, the line about
White and pasty Hogan would snort you.
Whoa!
And why do we have to wait till next week for Jericho's response? That was so stupid.
Yeah, I think didn't he say I have my answer, I'll let you know next week, or then maybe you shouldn't have your answer. but yeah, so MJF and Cole, that's doing it for me. Like there's so much on both sides. Like I guess they had the week prior, MJF handed him the contract. Adam Cole did the dumbass thing of, I'm not going to read this over. I'll sign it. Okay. So point for MJF. The other thing I saw online was when they embraced, Adam Cole did like the kind of like
the stabbing tag.
Yeah.
Which he
and
did
you see
in
the
Ring
same
of Honor
clip in NXT. Yeah.
But
so
point to Adam Cole for getting them to do the match at the pre-show at All In to go
oh
for the
yeah.
dumb.
What
So
do you think of that?
Oh, it's
guys?
stupid. It's
That's
stupid, but point for him,
wow.
because if there's going to be a turn, it's going to be during that, and that will get
Is
that's
that
going
the
to sell
move,
the
you
show.
think?
Yeah, totally, because it's a free match, and there's going to be make sure you call your cable provider. How old am I for saying that? Call Mean Gene on the hotline. Might as well promote that too, but. It's a way to
I know
get
what you're saying. I think that would have to be the move.
Yeah, that's when the turn's going to happen.
So dumb. So
and
fucking dumb.
Yeah, somebody.
It's not, I don't think it's that dumb.
It's very dumb. Your first entrances from your main event are going to be on the fucking free for all.
That's the counterpoint. Is you've got the biggest crowd in wrestling.
Who the fuck are the AE Ring of Honor tag champs?
Aussie,
the Aussie Open.
Gold.
Aussie
Club.
Open, and they're very good, but it's still the Ring of Honor tag team titles, and that's a weird decision putting your main event guys on the pre-show because you only get one first pop, so that's where it's going to be. So
that's where the turn.
I think that's what I'm in your corner, Joe. I think it would have to be there, or else it is a complete mistake. I mean, even if they won, it'd be a complete mistake. That's a really interesting play.
Dumb.
Okay.
Dumb.
All right. Any final thoughts, guys? I'll just quickly shout out Marty Jannetty, Dark Side of the Ring. Hey, wow, Marty Jannetty's got some stories.
I got a fact. I got a Marty fact. Are you ready? Here it goes.
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty got fired by WWF 5 times between 1987 and 1996, but somehow wrestled a match in the company every year during that period.
Yeah, that sounds like Marty Jannetty.
All right.
And there was banged a lot of his stepdaughter. I don't know if that's true or not. Did they touch on that in the movie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
maybe I'll go find it on Hulu because I heard it was the lowest rated episode this season.
Oh, no, was it? Oh, yeah. It's the finale of the season, too.
Poor Marty. He can't even win that.
Classic Jannetty. It's a good watch. It's got a lot of the usual Dark Side of the Ring things, but there's definitely some questions that came out of it when it was all done. So worth your time, I think.
And congrats to Corey Graves. He went to Steelers training camp yesterday. He threw out the first pitch at PNC Park today. He hung out with Guy Junker, Bob Walk, and Greg Brown, and is living the Pittsburgh dream. So congrats to Corey Graves.
I was saying he's like the mayor of Pittsburgh when you do all of that. And
WWE day at the ballpark. All 7 people that were there got to see him throw out the first pitch.
Hey Jay, do you know anybody who was at Steeler camp who may have seen Corey?
I don't.
Okay,
I know people that were there, but nobody saw them there.
Okay. All right. Just wondered about that.
My friend that was there almost got hit by a golf cart walking to lunch.
Oh,
That's about the only excitement. Yeah. Yeah. Good times.
Wow. All right. Well, glad to hear he's okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that'll do it for this week, guys, unless there's anything else, any fun more facts about Marty or anything else that we throw out there. Joe, anything? We're good?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well,
thanks for keeping my pictures up, Joe. I appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Guys, thanks for the weekend. It was a hell of a good time. Shout out to Kevin who couldn't join us. Great stuff.
And
Ken.
What?
Barbara Ryan.
Oh, Barbara Ryan was there too.
And I said
DIC championship.
Oh, and Ken. I thought you said again. I was like, did Kevin miss the post SummerSlam show last year?
I tell you someone else who was with us, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, gotcha.
I see what you see. There.
I don't think I can.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me laugh every time. Every time.
That works just fine. YouTube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. Again, check out the vlog. We got a couple of other SummerSlam weekend videos that are up there. At That WrestlePod is for all the social media, and whatamaneuver.net for all your merchandise needs. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy wrestling. We'll talk to you next week.
I'm back in 2 weeks.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow at That WrestlePod on social media.